It wasn't some accident, and that's something I actually heard somebody say, well, you know, Jesus just died because they got mad at him. Listen, everything that Jesus did from before he even came in the womb of Mary, God had a plan, and it was planned down into the more I see the detail, the more I'm shocked, and then I'm not shocked at the same time. God had incredible detail. You guys, we think we plan well. God sees all, and he plans way better. He sees all, so he plans down to defined detail. And when you see those details, it is shocking. It's like, wow, God, this was not an accident.
Right.
Jesus came with a purpose. He came with, his whole life was a purpose. If you think your life is an accident, you need to go get a hold of God and find out who he really is. He does nothing by accident. There's no such thing as an accident with him. Right. He has divine purpose, and you're in it.
Yes. Amen.
You believe it or not,
Right.
but you are. And Jesus came to this earth with a divine purpose. Colossians 1:20. I'm not doing a huge section of scripture. I got a lot of scriptures. So I'm going to let Michael pull those up. Colossians 1:20. This is in the Amplified. And God purposed that through by the service and the intervention of him, the Son, all things should be completely reconciled back to himself, whether on earth or in heaven, as through him, the Father, and made peace by the means of the blood of his cross. So God had a purpose for the cross. He had a purpose for Jesus' blood. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't something that just happened because they hated him. There was a purpose behind it. John 3:14 in the Amplified says, and just as Moses lifted up the serpent in the desert on a pole, so it is necessary that the Son of Man be lifted up onto the cross. To some, the cross of Christ is just a mistake. It's just some foolish story that's been told over years and years and years, and somebody's tried to make a religion out of it in order to keep people under control. Yeah. To others, it's a fake story that's made up. The Quran actually states that Jesus never died on a cross and that God sent another person looking like him in his place. Excuse me? That's why I say, and I will say it, that is the most foolish thing, most foolish junk I've ever heard. Because that's just weird. Okay, really? God's really going to do that? Come on. That's not even in his character. But again, you're talking about people who don't know God's character. Historians and many scientists have proven that Jesus died on the cross and that the tomb is empty. They have a hard time explaining that, but they know it is and they can't refute it. The evidence far outweighs the skeptics' opinions. 1 Corinthians 1:18 in the Amplified says, for the story and the message of the cross is sheer absurdity and folly to those who are perishing and on their way to perdition. But to us who are being saved, it is the manifestation of the power of God. To us it's precious. To us it's important. To us it's salvation. To us it matters. But to the world, it's absolute absurdity and foolishness to them. Why would your God come down and subject himself to the cross and die for anybody, especially for people who don't even want him? Love. And the world still doesn't understand it. They sing all the songs, love makes the world go round. They sing all these songs about love, and they have no concept of love, because love is that cross. Their idea of love is lust and fat babies with wings. And their idea of love is so weird, but it's not the cross, and that's love. God's love is so different from the world's version of love. We have Valentine's Day and everybody, oh, I'm so in love when we give out roses. Where's the cross? God's way of loving us was the cross. Totally a different way of seeing love. He laid down his life. Whether you believe the cross by fact or by faith, the cross of Christ is truth, and it had a purpose. You can look at all the facts. I love the faith of it, but I also love the fact that it can be proven by fact. I'm glad it can, because there are people out there that cannot just take anything by faith. They can't. Even though they can sit on a chair and have faith that that chair is not going to fall on you. They have more faith than they think. But they just, I gotta prove it. I gotta. So you know what? God gave them all the science too. Just because God knew all of us. He knew some people could take it by faith and some have to have the facts.